Hello everybody, this is Ed Brissett. I'm here to give a little details on the paranormal activities that we've done and are doing. Give a little bit of info on why I do it and why we do it. And so I just started a new Facebook page and YouTube page called Portal Spirits Rising. We've done 3 different paranormal investigations, and obviously I was a little hesitant starting it, not knowing what to expect. My daughter Janelle actually got me into it, so I tried it out. And obviously when you get into it, you're kind of like, if you're a believer or not, or it could be a little far-fetched. But after the first one we did at 94 Court Street in Plattsburgh, New York, things were a little interesting, so it got me thinking even more that we actually can actually contact spirits, talk to spirits. So I said, all right, let's get it another try. So then we went to the Elks Club in Keysville, New York, and that was amazing as far as the things that we got and captured. We know there was 2 little girls that were there. We know one that the story was that she fell off the back deck, broke her neck, and she was actually buried. Both sisters were buried there at the Elks Club. They were both had to be exhumed, and then they were moved downstate before the Elks Club could be established. So we got a lot of things there. We knew that there's definitely an evil spirit there. If you watch it, you can see, the REM pods. The 2 little girls were playing with us with the cat balls, which I'm going to show the equipment that we use, which I just got some other equipment too. I'm going to be getting some other equipment, so obviously we're going to start doing these a lot more. We would like to. So if you know places that you would like us to go, if you have a house, if you have things, even like I said, your own house, we'll even go there and do an investigation there for you, as long as you're aware that you're probably going to communicate with who knows who. He says, now that we know that we can actually do it. So then we went back to the Elks Club again with a medium, and the medium didn't know what we did the first time. I wanted to see whether or not what we got was credible, and sure enough, when she got there, she did her thing. She found stuff out that we found out, and then she found out a little bit more, which was, now there's a little investigation on my part. I still have to do this. It's been a year of the little girls. I don't really want to get into it. I don't want to make wrong comments about it. We just know one of the girls did die there. It's how she died was the question that we have and that we're finding out. And again, when you watch the videos, you can see they actually were trying to talk. The evil spirit that was there was keeping them from talking. So the second time that we went, and when you watch that video, you can see that she was telling the spirits that they could not use her energy when she was doing her thing. And it was almost 40 minutes that she was doing that. And then we went to do our investigation, and we got absolutely nothing in the investigation, which makes it more credible for me. And obviously I'll explain it to you, is the fact that when you're using a REM pod or a cat ball, some people say they can just go off whenever they can just go off. Well, no, they can't. Especially with the REM pods, you actually have to touch the antenna or be around the antenna in order for it to go off. Some kind of energy needs to be in contact with it. Same thing with a cat ball. You need to push it in order for it to go off. So when you see the first investigation we did at the Elks Club, you can see we had spirits, evil spirits that were talking with us. We had, I can't remember, like 4 or 5 different names that were brought up on the spirit box. We had the little girls who were playing with the cat balls. So when the second time came around, we actually got nothing. We were like, wow, what happened? So the REM pods didn't go off, the cat balls didn't go off. So it's not like you can just sit there and say, even the I'm not sure exactly. It's kind of a different version of like a REM pod, but this one actually has a yes and a no side. Has a red for no, green for yes. The little girls were actually playing with this the first time. They were actually answering our questions. The second time we actually got absolutely nothing, and I was like, wow, that's kind of weird. Went all the same places in the building, and then come to find out, it made more sense when she said the spirits actually had to use their own energy to communicate with her, because she said they can't use her energy, and none of us that were there told them that they could use our energy. So basically, the spirits were exhausted. So when we got absolutely nothing the second time, I'm like, that is just so weird. Now I'm more of a believer. That made it more believable for me, because you just can't sit there and say the REM pod, the cat ball, the K2 just goes off whenever, because it didn't go off once at all. So I would like to go back to the Elks Club and see, I know the media wanted to go back too, to help the little girls. If you watched that, the little girl was actually on her lap, and she was talking with her, saying, I would like to move on. We're trying to help them cross over. But she said, I don't want to go without my mommy. So obviously her mommy was there. She got up, walked away, and by that time she never came back. The medium was sitting there for a little while, seeing, but never came back. So then we did our investigation. We got absolutely nothing. So now I want to go back and see whether or not maybe did the girls already cross over? Is there anybody else there? Did the spirits got their energy back? It's just so weird on doing this and finding things that you're not really a believer in when you first start. Then all of a sudden you're starting getting all these signs, and when they start talking to you and answering your questions and stuff, you become more of a believer. So with that said, obviously I had to do more information. I got a bunch of information from the medium that we had. Her mom does a lot of investigations as far as background checks of places. So this is what even makes it even more interesting for me, is when we did 94 Court Street in Plattsburgh, there was a guy named Feinberg that lived there. Big politician, lawyer. He is also, we didn't find that out until later on, is Feinberg also dealt with the Elks Club. He was a member of the Elks Club. He's like one of the ones that actually got it started. So you're talking from Plattsburgh, New York to Keysville. I mean, it's like, 30 miles difference, but still, back then, that was... And so he is connected to both of these. So now I'm even more intrigued, like how is that possible? The first one and then the second one, the same guy is connected to both the 94 Court Street and the Elks Club in Keysville, New York. And then obviously the family that was there beforehand. There's just a lot of stuff, questions that I still want to get answered from the Elks. So I'm hoping maybe sometime we can go back and maybe get some more answers. I want to find out more about those little girls that were there. I like to go see if I can go see where they were actually reburied, because again, they were exhumed and moved from the Elks, and they were downstate. I guess they're now in Albany, New York area. So with with those stories and those things, this is now why I'm kind of more intrigued on doing it. I'm going to start getting more equipment. I got a team. We just had a contact. We're actually having a meeting coming up. I want to do a lot more of these frequently. I want to travel places. You do see some other investigation teams on YouTube, especially on YouTube. I love the TFLI guys, which is called the Overnight Channel. You can check that out, the Overnight Channel. Those guys are really good. The other ones are kind of, I don't really want to say you have TV that kind of grab a hold of them, and they can't really do the stuff that I like to see. I like the truth. I like to make sure if something's not there to debunk it. I don't want to make it like a whole entertainment thing. I want it to be as real as it can be. So if you ever check out Overnight, those guys are really, really good. So I want to try to go sometimes even to places that they've gone. But right now, even from around my area in New York, I will go to whatever places that you would like to have an investigation done. Now the story is, why do I do it? Not just because my daughter got me into it. It kind of makes sense now, is because I had connections with spirits growing up. My uncle, who I was named after, been always with me. I found out basically about him when I was 16, and then from there, just things were happening in my life due to him, and so obviously when I was 16 as well, I got baptized, became a godfather, and that day is when a priest actually told me that I had an energy, a connection to spirits. He goes, I can see light and spirits all around you especially when I was holding the candle. He goes, I can just see them all around you. He actually brought me to the side and said, I've never seen something like that before. He goes, have you had problems, but have you had any interactions with spirits or like that? It's never really dawned on me, little things that happened, but I never really thought of it until after that. He goes, you have a very strong connection with spirits, which can be good and bad at the same time, though. He goes, it can also, you can also connect with spirits that are kind of like a demon type spirit, mean spirits that can trick you, make you think or tell you stuff that's not real, and those who can take over your body. So never really thought about it. I was like, okay, but what he did was, he was really serious about it. Not just serious about it, but he gave me this. And obviously in the videos that you see me in, I wear this. It's a stole. He actually took this right off of him and put it right on me. He goes, you're gonna wanna wear this if you ever feel a evil presence around you. You can wear this and this will protect you from them. So this is why I do wear this in the investigations. Will I ever take it off and try and see what happens? I may try that. Just wear it right now just for my protection. So that is why I wear. There's people that were asking why I was wearing a stole. So yeah, that's why. I don't want to be taken over by some spirit or anything like that. So I'm just going to go over some of the equipment that we use. I'm going to be getting a little bit more, but more or less, some of this stuff is good as it is. You don't really need too much more. There is one or two things I would like to get. A better recorder. An actual recorder that only goes or records when their voice is happening. I have this recorder. It's very good. It'll pick up a bunch of things. It's just, you let it run and you actually have to sit there and listen to the whole thing. I've seen some other paranormal shows that actually have ones that will just record as it hears a voice, which would make it a lot easier, just the spirit, because you can see some of those that actually can hear they ask a question and then it'll shut off, then it'll come back on again when a spirit will answer them. So I want to get one of those. So when we start, everyone has their own ways of starting. Some people just say you don't even need to do anything, just go right there. I don't really like to do that. I like to light a candle. A lot of these places it's called opening the veil. Basically, you're just trying to communicate with the spirits, let them know, that you're there, not to harm them, hurt them, not trying to make them mad. You're just trying to communicate and trying to see if anybody's there that needs help. Maybe somebody, maybe there's spirits there that need to cross over. So I usually use this light first to start, and then again, we'll just sit there in a circle and let them know that why we're there. Hopefully if someone's there, they can communicate with us. So I like to, again, it's called opening the veil. I wish I remember what the name of that was. It begins this, I should remember that. We haven't done that yet with the candle. You use a mirror. Oops. And you put a candle in front of it and you sit in front of it. I can't remember the name of it. But it's kind of like another thing where it's kind of like some people think it's kind of like a portal. You can actually, I guess, let the spirits come through. Of course, I don't know what type of spirits you would really want to come through with doing that, but I haven't done that yet. I think the next one I'm going to try to do that. So basically, do the candle, you just stare into the mirror, and sometimes you'll be able to see stuff around you. And with that, what I would do would be is have somebody hold this. It's FLIR. It's a infrared. So you point at it. You point this way, and actually it's heat synced. So, in which our first video, it was our first investigation. We did catch an actual spirit walking by one of our camera guys. So that was pretty cool. The back camera kind of got it. I was sitting like this. The back camera kind of got it. You'd have to really go in on it to see it. But you could, I mean, there's 3 of us there that was seeing, you could see the spirit walk by. So this is kind of like a infrared heat thing. So I'd be probably using this during that to see if I started seeing something or someone was seeing something, that would capture it as well. Dowsing rods, I'm still not too sure of. Obviously with the dowsing rods, it goes by energy and stuff like that, so you hold your hands straight as it can be, and then you ask questions. I believe out is no and in is yes. So you just hold it like that, ask questions, and then they would grab the rods. And my daughter was really good at it. She was just being able to ask questions, and then you can see, where are you at, you point to what direction they're in. So yeah, you're probably not going to do nothing when I'm obviously not asking questions, or there's probably no spirit, whatever. So again, that's another thing where you can sit there and say, well, it's just not doing anything unless there's spirit there. I'm just not one for it. I don't really. My daughter will do it. A couple other people, the medium likes to do them too. I'm just not one for it. My whole thing that I like is the REM pods. I got a couple of them, so put them in different areas. We got a bunch of activity on our first 2 investigations, so those worked out well. Cat balls, different varies of cat balls. This one, the problem with these ones is you can't change the battery. You have to get new ones. But again, you have to actually touch it and grab it. So I got these ones. So they have a button like that. So these ones worked well as well. The little girls were playing with. Again, you can actually go online just to see which ones are really good for the paranormal investigations. So those are the ones that I got. Again, this one was really good too. It's kind of a different version, like a REM pod, but it's got a sensor on each side, and it's got a yes and no. It's got a red and green, red for no, green for yes. So you can actually answer specific questions. That worked out well too. We actually had 4 or 5 questions that were answered with that. Actually, a little girl said, Chad is one of the investigators, asked if she still wants to play. She said yes, and then not just too long after that, she played with the cat ball. So again, I'm more of a believer now. So we have K2s. I like to, it's more for like energy and stuff like that. Some people like to walk around with them, but I don't like to walk around with it. I did it the first time, but you gotta be careful with outlets, electrical wires, because that'll catch it. So what I just like to do is I'll turn it on. So yeah, I'll even. Actually, there's nothing there. If I was to go to an outlet, oh, I did a little bit there, but. So usually when it goes to the third one, then there's something there. So if you just put it there, kind of the same thing like a REM pod or whatever, but these ones I'll keep next to me, and I'll ask them if they would walk by, and then I can't remember which one it was, but you can see, when they walk by, it'll go to the yellow or the orange, or if it's the red, then they're right on top of you. So those work out well as well. I have a spirit box. These work out well. You just got to make sure you put it to the right settings. They can get a little loud, obviously, because it's going through different channels. Or you could put like our second one. I had Janelle put in headset, and so we were asking questions. She was telling us if anybody answered anything. So there goes the dog, cat. So yeah, ask questions, and then actually I think our first investigation we actually got like 4 different names, 4 or 5 different names. Or no, that was the Elks Club, would be the second one. I can't remember. I'll have to watch the first one. I think we got a couple names on the first one. Obviously you need some cameras. Obviously the camera I have right now obviously has infrared on it too, so I can click that on. So if you're in the dark, I have a Ghost Pro camera. They actually make, they don't make them anymore. They do make certain different ones. So I'll probably get the Ghost Pro. This is just basically for seeing in the dark. It does have a infrared light here. Switch on. Actually, I just got this too. It's an actual tripod power pack, so I can actually put the GoPro on this and keep it charged throughout the investigation. This I can use with, well, I can use it with the GoPro. I can use it with whatever camera. It's a IR grid. Actually, I'll even turn it on here. It's got different colors. Usually we use red. See that, and different. Turn it up higher or lower. I'm not sure if that's coming up at all on there. Or you can't really see it right now because it's not really dark. So it comes up really good in the dark. All different types of colors you can use. Obviously we use red. So that helps with the camera. My other handheld ones, it doesn't have the best IR, so I'm going to use this one with that camera. Then the brand new one that I got that I'm excited to use, I haven't used it yet, and our first one is a Paranormal music box. I've seen shows on this one and stuff like that. Like I said, this one's great with, if you have like younger, because this is why I want to go back to the Elks Club, because I think if the 2 girls or little girls are there, they're usually more attracted to the music box. And this one, of course, I already did like a video on the channel of this, but I'll just do a little thing right now. So you put it where you want it, click it on, it will calibrate itself. And again, same thing. The only way you make this go off is if somebody walks in front of it. So, yeah, that's going to be interesting to see. We see some other shows that actually have really good success with it. So, yeah, so that's pretty much the basic stuff that we have now. Again, if anybody knows of a place that you would like us to go to, even if it's your own house or something like that, let us know. We will start there, and we're going to start traveling different areas and actually go to these, like the Conjuring house. I'm sure most of you have seen the movie. We're going to be going there this spring and doing an investigation there. I was in contact with the Wheeler Mansion. We already did one show. Our first show, I was just helping with the camera. We had a team that did a paranormal at the barracks, and we did that for Paraflix. Paraflix is a well, it's like Netflix, but it's for the paranormal. It's just Paraflix is just for the paranormal type shows. I want to get in contact with them too and see if we can start putting our shows on there. So we are really looking to do more of these investigations and make this even bigger. I want to actually make, do more with this. So that's it for now. Hopefully we can get some more investigations coming up soon. Again, if you have any information, any places, let us know, and we will go there. So that's it for now.
What is that?
Oh my God!
Shit.
Told you. I hope your camera's picking it up. It's right there on my shoulder.
Yep.
Who's Franklin?
He was after Alfred died, Franklin bought the place after he did. So
We're friendly. Right, Ed?
we are.
Okay.
Love
The coffin?
casket?
Are you in the casket?
Touch me. Take my energy.
Leah, that's Dilly. If you like Dilly, you can touch the REM pod if you want to talk to him.
I can touch my pods. Come, Nelly. Those are my pods.
Oh my God, there it goes. She likes Dilly.
I'll do my best to translate whatever you send to me via images or words or sensations. I can feel the pressure on my arms. Why won't you listen? Why won't you listen? I feel like there was an altercation between a man and a woman, maybe a man and a wife in this facility. He's got her by the neck. It's like he's strangling her. I'm not sure if he killed her here or brought her home, but they had an altercation in the entryway. She was hit in the head, or if she was hit by something, like struck by something. The little girl. But I definitely can taste like blood in my mouth.
After Christy did her investigation, we started ours. 4 hours of investigation with no activity. We had a team upstairs and downstairs with absolutely nothing. Christy told me the reason is the spirits did not have permission to use her energy, so they had to use their own.
My energy is mine and mine alone. You do not have permission to use it.
So the only thing that we got were a few things on the spirit box.
Hi. Start.
Where do you want us to start?
Right now. 3.
Now last time we were talking quite a bit. Now you don't want to?
Help me. Yes.
That night to talk.
Here.
Hmm?
What did you say?
What?
Let me get you. What did you just say?
Here.
Here?
Here.
After Janelle heard here, you can see to the right the spirit that was talking with Janelle was walking away, and we got nothing else after that.